Today I'm going to talk about the benefits of living alone and the joys of solitude. When we were younger, we were made to believe that being married was the answer to a happy, fulfilling life. But that's not always the case. Marriage doesn't equal happiness, not to everyone. Many marriages end in divorce, and I know a lot of married people who aren't happy. So I'll dive into the benefits of living alone and the joys of solitude. I'll tell you a little bit about my marriage. For me, I always felt like a servant, and I never had enough time to do what made me happy because I took care of everything in the home. All the cooking, cleaning, laundry, shopping, paid the bills, everything, and I even worked. So my husband could have the freedom to do all the things that he enjoyed. Fishing, hunting, going to the shooting range, and archery. Guns always frightened me. Plus, my husband was abusive and treated me like a maid. After 7 long years, I finally had the courage to leave him, but I was so scared. I was afraid of being alone and feeling lonely. I was afraid that I couldn't make it on my own. My ex-husband used to tell me, "You're never going to make it on your own." I had left him a few times before, but he always convinced me to come back and that he was going to change. And I believed him because I loved him. But I knew eventually I had to leave him because I couldn't take the abuse any longer. When I finally moved into my new condo, I was terrified of living alone. To my surprise, when I woke up the next morning in my new place, I felt overjoyed with happiness. And above all, this enormous sense of freedom. Freedom at last. I thought I would feel lonely and depressed, and it would take me a long time to get used to living alone again. But I was so happy and overjoyed. This was the best feeling I've had in years. One of the benefits of living alone is I could live wherever I want. I choose where I live and what type of home I want to live in, whether it's a house or a condo. When I was married, I moved into my husband's house. Many years later, after I had my daughter, I moved into my boyfriend's house. Even though they were very nice homes in nice areas, it wasn't my choice. I've been living alone for over 12 years since my daughter moved out and got married and started her own life. I prefer the solitude. I don't have to compromise on anything. I don't have to take care of anyone but myself. And I definitely have more peace in my life and so much less drama. I can decorate my home any way I like. I make all my own decisions, and I could have whoever I want over. I'm always cold, so I can set the temperature to the way that's comfortable for me. I can have my grandsons over whenever I like, and it won't feel uncomfortable. My grandson and I, we can build a huge tent in the living room with blankets and sheets. We collect all the pillows around the house, and it's a huge, glorious mess, and we love it. Another thing I love about living alone is the ability to be creative whenever I want. I love my quiet time so I can reflect on my life and think about what brings me joy. Maybe I'll take an art class. Sometimes I enjoy my solitude and get lost in my thoughts. I can watch whatever I want on TV or not watch TV at all. I can play the type of music that I like. I love the Bee Gees and anything disco, Motown, and most music from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I love walking alone, and I walk almost every day. Walking alone brings me inner peace, and it has so many other benefits. I can go on a walk whenever I want and where I want. I never have a set schedule. Sometimes I'll walk in the morning or the afternoon, or sometimes in the evening. Sometimes I'll take one long 1-hour walk, or sometimes I'll break it up into 2 or 3 walks. Every day is different, and I walk in different places. Sometimes I'll walk around the neighborhood, or sometimes I'll walk at a park. I don't have to compromise on my walks. If you're happily married and you've been married for a long time and still enjoy each other and you still love each other, I'm truly happy for you both. You're both special, and that's very rare. And if you're single and living alone, there are so many benefits to living alone. And of course I'm human, and sometimes I feel sad and lonely. When I feel that way, I go for a walk and clear my head. I'm grateful for my life, and all the benefits of living alone. I'm thankful and happy that I have joy in my solitude. Thank you so much for stopping by and seeing me. Have fun today, enjoy your life, and enjoy your solitude. Thank you for watching. Please come back and see me again. Bye.